Hey, thanks so much for signing up for this. Batch shooting is one of those things that I absolutely love doing, but also can be a little bit overwhelming. So I want to break this down into like 4 or 5 different steps, and I'm literally shooting this at the end of a day of batch shooting so that it's fresh in my mind. Tip number 1 is write your ideas out. I use just a regular notebook, and it's my preferred method because it's so much easier for me to just jot something down than to try to get it all perfectly laid out. And I typically get distracted when I do it on my computer. I love that I don't have to charge a piece of paper and pencil, and it's my preferred method. And so write it down, all your ideas, have them in one place where you can quickly access them so that you can know exactly where they're going to be at when you need them most. Tip number 2 is script. Scripting is one of those things that you either can go completely crazy with, or you can just kind of do bullet points. I prefer bullet points. I know some people who will script an entire video. That's just not my style. I like to do bullet points to kind of keep me on track, and then I'll just go for it. Now, that's not to say that I don't script sometimes. The times that I do need a script is when I need to be able to give hard facts, things that aren't just general, but they're absolute. And I don't want to misspeak on anything. And so if I'm doing a YouTube video that's a review and I'm talking about some stats, then I might do some scripting. But other than that, I really do prefer to have bullet points. Just my preferred method. Tip number 4 is awkward. Like when you're doing this thing, talking to a camera, it really is uncomfortable. It's not natural, and it takes time to kind of get comfortable with it. And so for me, it's just putting in the reps. You have to be able to say, you know what, I'm okay with putting out 5, 10, 20 videos that just don't feel like me, to get more comfortable and get the best version of myself out there. And maybe not the best version, but the most authentic version of myself out there. And it's not natural. I don't think anybody I've ever worked with comes on camera and they're absolutely natural in the beginning. But by the end of the day, if they're with me all day, they typically are like, whoa, I love filming with you. You make it so easy. And so give yourself a little bit of a break, knowing that you're going to get better as time goes on. Tip number 4? Tip number 4 is you need to create a system. Look, you're not going to rise to your goals, you're going to fail to your systems. So if you're trying to batch shoot, but you have all these different ideas that are super grand, but you only have a couple hours to film per week, you might want to scale it down a little bit. It's okay with being able to do what you can for this moment, knowing that in the future your grander ideas can work out. I have so many better ideas than just sitting in my office and filming, but I'm a father of 3 boys. I constantly have things I need to do as a father. I want to be present as much as possible. I run a production company, so I have to shoot my own stuff, plus my client work, and I still have to edit. And so there's a lot of things that you have to do. So you have to have a system to make it easier. So for me, that system looks like sitting down on a Thursday evening, writing out my ideas for about an hour or so. That next hour, I'm going to be shooting those ideas, talking right to camera. And then later on that evening, I'm going to be editing and posting a video before 12 o'clock hits. And then the rest of that week, I'm going to be editing a video every night, looking at the stats, looking at what I can improve upon, looking at what did well, what didn't resonate, and kind of having that feedback so that I can improve every single time I'm creating. Maybe you can't edit every night, so you can batch edit, maybe edit once per week. Those 7 videos you can edit on one day and have them all ready to go. I have done that, and again, it's just whatever system works for you. You're not going to rise to your goals, you're going to fail to your systems. So that's just how I batch shoot this. I'm sure there's different ways of doing it. And as somebody who's been creating content for 7+ years now, this seems to be the one that's most sustainable for me in this season of life. Okay, I hope that helps. Peace.